ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying with us. You are watching the latest edition of 6 Stories at 6 with me, Oyana Mitra. Over the next half an hour, I will take you through the details of those 6 stories that have dominated the headlines today. So here we go. First, a massive controversy over self-styled politically backed godman Avimukhteshwar Anand, and if at all his claims of being a Shankaracharya hold any truth or not. Second, Priya Sachdev's first appearance after months at Delhi's Patiala House Court amid the race for late Sanjay Kapoor's 30,000 crore legacy battle. That is our second story. Third, what TTV Dinakaran's comeback to the NDA just months ahead of the Tamil Nadu Assembly election means for the alliance. And then, viewers, we take you to Davos, where at the World Economic Forum, Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav has pitched hard for India's artificial intelligence talent pool. And at Davos, it's a mega showdown between Europe and America over Trump's mission Greenland. We will build up to that very key address, which is scheduled at 7 p.m. this evening. And finally, Republic special shoot with the forces, our Jawans, as India gears up for Republic Day celebrations 2026. With that, let's get started. All right, viewers, our first story of the evening. The Prayagraj administration has issued a notice to massively controversial self-styled godman Avimukhteshwar Anand after he used the title of Shankaracharya during a recent event, sparking a row. This issue arose as the title Shankaracharya is traditionally associated with the heads of specific monastic institutions, and there are concerns regarding the legitimacy of its use by individuals not formally recognized by these institutions. Now, the administration has clarified that it was looking into the matter to ensure compliance with legal and traditional norms. But this Hindu seer, Avimukhteshwar Anand, has defended his actions, asserting that his use of the title was legitimate. He has even gone on to issue a notice to the UP government. Here's more on this controversy.
A self-styled godman, a disputed title, and a political phone call that is raising eyebrows. The Prayagraj administration has issued a notice to controversial seer Swami Avimukhteshwaranand Saraswati, questioning his use of the powerful and deeply symbolic title of Shankaracharya of Jyotish Peeth. Swami has since stayed away from the camp, staging a sit-in protest instead.
अतिक्रमण का मामला है, शिष्टाचार की तिलांजलि देने का मामला है, लेकिन यहाँ के प्राधिकरण ने ये सब प्रवाह छोड़ दी और छोड़ करके हमसे पूछा कि अपने नाम के आगे जगत गुरु शंकराचार्य क्यों लिखे हो। तो जगत गुरु शंकराचार्य हमने अपने नाम के आगे नहीं लिखा है, हमारा नाम ही अब जगत गुरु शंकराचार्य है। वो उनको अभी ये बात नहीं समझ में आई है, पता नहीं है। ये जो जगत गुरु शंकराचार्य है, ये ऐसा पद नहीं है कि यहाँ पर कोई बैठे तो जब तक बैठा है तब तक वो अमुक कहा जाए। ये जीवन पर्यंत के लिए अभिषिक्त आचार्य होता है, और जैसे ही इस पद पर विराजमान होता है वो आदि शंकराचार्य का स्वरूप हो जाता है।
Citing a 2022 Supreme Court order, the Magh Mela authorities say that the dispute over who can legitimately use the Shankaracharya title is still sub judice. And until the apex court decides, using the title publicly could amount to contempt of court. The notice gives the Swami 24 hours to explain why the disputed designation is displayed prominently at his Magh Mela camp. But this controversy goes far beyond paperwork. On Mauni Amavasya, the Swami's palanquin was allegedly stopped en route to the Sangam, sparking heated arguments with the police.
कारण बताइए हमको कारण बताइए। कोई भी नई परंपरा नहीं है, पहले से हमारी परिक्रमा होती रही है, उसके प्रमाण है हमारे पास। कोई अनुमति नहीं है जो नहीं, आप कह रहे हैं नई परंपरा नहीं है। ये परंपरा हमारी बहुत पुरानी है। वो चीज आप कोर्ट पे लीजिएगा, वो बात आप कोर्ट में रखिएगा। नहीं, आप कह रहे हैं ना कि नई परंपरा, तो आप किस आधार पर ये कह रहे हैं? वहाँ पे कोई अभी नहीं होती ना। क्यों नहीं होती है? रोज होती है, वहाँ रोज परिक्रमा करते हैं सनातन धर्म में।
Authorities insist it was a matter of crowd control and law and order.
के पुलिस के साथ प्लीज अराजकता ना करें, इतना रिक्वेस्ट है आप लोगों से, सभी से, प्लीज 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 आपसे निवेदन है, आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है, प्लीज आप न करें।
Then came the moment that set political circles buzzing. A phone call to Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav.
नारायण कैसे हैं आप? अब देखिए, अब हम तो अपना लड़ रहे हैं, अपनी लड़ाई अभिमन्यु की तरह चक्रव्यूह में लड़ रहे हैं। देखिए, जब कोई बच्चा हिंदू घर में पैदा होता है, हिंदू माँ बाप से, जन्मते ही उसका गंगा यमुना में स्नान करने का जन्मसिद्ध अधिकार हो जाता है। उससे उसको वंचित नहीं किया जा सकता। इन्होंने हमको संगम स्नान से वंचित कर दिया। कितना बड़ा संवैधानिक जो है इन्होंने प्रश्न खड़ा किया है कि क्या किसी हिंदू बच्चे को आप स्नान से वंचित कर सकते हो? कर दिया इन्होंने। हाँ जी सही है।
आप देखिए बनारस में तोड़ दिया, आपसे अच्छा कौन नहीं जानता इस साल कितने मंदिर तोड़े इन्होंने, कितनी।
हाँ सही है।
आप तो वहाँ के हैं, आप सब जान। और देखिए फिर खबर बदल दी कि कोई नहीं तोड़ा, कुछ नहीं तोड़ा,
सारा तोड़ दिया इन्होंने। 150 मंदिर हमारे तोड़ दिए हैं और अभी भी तोड़ते चले जा रहे हैं।
और कईयों पे तो अवशेष रखे हुए मंदिर के टूटे हुए।
यही बात है।
तो हम आपके साथ हैं, पंडित जी आएंगे, आपसे मिलेंगे आके।
ठीक है जी, ठीक है।
As Prayagraj prepares for its grand spiritual gathering, one question refuses to fade. Is this self-styled godman fake or real?
Right, viewers, it's a major twist in the high-profile Sanjay Kapur inheritance battle case. A new legal angle has now emerged in court. Rani Kapur, the mother of late industrialist Sanjay Kapur, has filed a case against her daughter-in-law Priya Sachdev, making explosive allegations of fraud and deception. Here's the latest from Delhi's Patiala House Court.
The battle for the 30,000 crore inheritance of deceased industrialist Sanjay Kapoor has intensified in court. Marking her first public appearance after months, this was Priya Sachdev in court earlier today. In a fresh twist, Rani Kapur has filed a lawsuit before the Delhi High Court seeking cancellation of the family trust. Rani Kapur has claimed that after Sanjay Kapoor's demise, her daughter-in-law took swift steps to assume control over the key Sona Group companies. She claims she was repeatedly made to sign documents including blank papers under the pretext of administrative convenience. Watch how Priya maintains silence.
Priya, would you like to speak something? Rani ji ने केस किया आपके खिलाफ हाई कोर्ट में.
In another statement, the plaintiff claims that she was under the blind curtains that her late son made exclusive beneficiary of entire legacy and estate. 2 lawsuits, a legacy worth crores, and one family. Who is the real here?
And ahead of the 2026 Tamil Nadu Assembly elections, AMMK chief TTV Dinakaran has rejoined the NDA fold, formally backing AIADMK leader E.K. Palniswamy as the chief ministerial face for the alliance. This move is being seen as a strategic attempt to consolidate all anti-DMK votes in the state and revive the Amma politics in the state, as was seen during the era of J. Jayalalitha. Take a look.
The battleground for polling is gearing up in the state of Tamil Nadu. With just 4 months left for the elections to happen, the 17th Legislative Assembly elections is going to be one of a kind because there's multiple new parties, multiple new alliances, old alliances coming back together and old alliances breaking up as well. The main question here is, will these alliances actually make an impact in the upcoming elections?
It's a new beginning, says TTV Dinakaran, as he's officially back in the NDA's fold in Tamil Nadu.
I am very happy and I am very glad that I have rejoined NDA. Surely we are going to form our Amma's government in Tamil Nadu.
After the announcement, Dinakaran met Piyush Goyal, who is BJP's election in charge for Tamil Nadu.
Senior leader of the NDA My brother Thiru Dinakaran has decided to come back to the NDA family. Thiru Dinakaran was with my father in the Rajya Sabha in the period 2004 to 2007, and since then I have seen his good work, I have seen his popularity, I have seen his leadership skills.
With this move, the AMMK has ended years of political distance with the BJP. After the AIDMK split, a reunion, crucial ahead of the 2026 elections.
And we are all brothers, we had fight. Now I have forgotten everything. See, in the interest of Tamil Nadu and the interest of my party, I have given up everything. Only my thought is, only there is in my mind that we should form NDA government in Tamil Nadu.
In a social media post, Palaniswamy welcomed TTV into the alliance. Dinakaran then went to meet Palaniswamy at his residence, projecting unity within the opposition camp. The AMMK chief also revived the Jayalalitha's legacy pitch, now in a show-off demonstration of strength of the NDA.
Surely we are going to form our Amma's government in Tamil Nadu, because in 2021, Honorable Amit Shah ji tried for this to bring Amma's government. Now he succeeded in it. Surely we are going to form Amma's government in Tamil Nadu.
With BJP as the national anchor and AMMK as a regional vote consolidator, the idea is build a stronger, wider political front in Tamil Nadu.
In politics, nobody knows what will happen today and what will happen tomorrow. But one aim for us is to bring back Amma's government again. It's the only aim we have now. And our leader, Mr. T.T. Dinakaran, wants his cadres to get inside that victory in this election, because 21st itself we tried for it.
This alliance reset changes the political geometry of Tamil Nadu. With TTV Dinakaran back in the NDA, the opposition chessboard in Tamil Nadu has been redrawn.
After J. Jayalalitha's dad, TTV Dinakaran had split his party, which then made on to be the AMMK, which was in alliance with the NDA until 2 months back and broke up because they did not get enough respect from their alliance leader, K. Edappadi Palaniswamy, who is the face of NDA in the state of Tamil Nadu. Now, taking away the differences between the AIDMK and the AMMK, TTV Dinakaran has decided to forego the issues that's been happening in the inter-party issues, while they were focusing on unanimously unifying the AIDMK as one. However, later he said that he did not want to be part of AIDMK, and that's the reason he split from NDA. Now, coming back to it, TTV Dinakaran has again joined the NDA alliance and saying that their only goal is to remove the DMK and the MK Stallin's family from its far. So we can look forward for an anti-stance DMK parties all coming together under the NDA banner.
No, they are with BJP. They have to succumb to BJP's pressure. Anybody who had cases against them have to succumb to the BJP's pressure. Only then they can be saved. That is why. He wants to be with BJP. That he had expressed already. But Edappadi did not want him. Now Edappadi says, okay, it is okay with him. See, Edappadi has changed his stance. That also should be noted in this case.
Okay, and on to developments from Davos, where the World Economic Forum is underway. Union Minister for Electronics and Information Technology, Ashwini Vaishnav, has firmly pushed back against the International Monetary Fund's description of India as a second-tier artificial intelligence power. He questioned the framework that was used for such an assessment and said that the country belongs among the leading nations in artificial intelligence. His remarks came in response to comments that were made earlier by IMF Managing Director during the World Economic Forum panel in Davos, where India was placed in a secondary group of AI-capable countries. That full take by the Union Minister for you.
Panel discussion was taking place on AI and economy at Davos in Switzerland. That is when IMF chief suggested that India comes in the second grouping of AI power. which is that India is a second-tier AI power. That is when Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav hit back at IMF saying that this is incorrect, this classification is incorrect, and that Stanford, which is a reputed institution, ranks India at the 3rd position in AI preparedness. Listen in to what exactly happened at Davos.
95% of the work can happen with models which are 20 billion or 50 billion parameters. We are creating a bouquet of such models. We already have. We already have a bouquet of such models which are now being deployed in multiple sectors to increase the productivity, to increase the efficiency, to increase the effective use of technology. So our focus is very much on making sure that AI diffusion happens in a very big way. And I don't know what the IMF criteria has been, but Stanford places India as 3rd in terms of AI penetration, in terms of AI preparedness, and in terms of AI talent.
So there you have it, Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav hitting back hard at IMF chief and talking about how India is taking steps towards AI transformation. If I have to tell you, India is already taking steps and taking initiatives like India AI Mission to advance itself in AI economy. And talking about the numbers, AI could add up to $1.7 million in India's AI economy by 2035.
Now, a sharp transatlantic rift is on full display at the World Economic Forum in Davos. European leaders are pushing back hard against US President Donald Trump's threat of tariffs linked to his controversial push over Greenland. Now, as Trump arrives in Switzerland, what was meant to be a forum on global cooperation is now heavily dominated by rising tensions between Washington, D.C. and its closest EU allies. These raise serious questions about the future of the Western alliance. We are building up to that very critical address by the US President at 7 p.m. But the drama so far for you.
Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson set the tone early at Davos, saying Europe will not accept being blackmailed. A direct response to US President Donald Trump's tariff threat over Greenland.
Obviously, from our part of the world, it's extremely important to state and to continue stating that Denmark's territorial integrity is of vital interest for us. We appreciate close cooperation. We think there is a lot to do in increasing the security in Greenland, but also in the Arctic in a more general sense. But we will not accept to be blackmailed to do things we're not willing to do.
The US President is expected to arrive in Davos today, but even before his arrival, tensions between the United States and Europe are already overshadowing the entire forum. At the heart of the dispute is Trump's demand that Denmark and other European allies negotiate a transfer of Greenland, a move European leaders say is completely unacceptable.
So I'm going to Davos. I believe it'll be very successful, the trip. The country's never done better. We have $18 trillion plus coming in. We've never had anything like it, and no country has had anything like it. Prices are way down. Gasoline now is $1.99 in a lot of places. And frankly, nobody's seen anything like this. So it's really good, but this will be an interesting trip. I have no idea what's going to happen, but you are well represented. Thank you very much.
NATO allies warn that Trump's aggressive posture towards Greenland threatens the foundation of the alliance and undermines decades of mutual trust. The US administration, however, has threatened a 10% tariff on Denmark and 7 other European nations, escalating to 25% by June if talks fail. European Union leaders have openly criticized the move, with EU's top official calling the tariff threat, quote-unquote, a mistake. French President Emmanuel Macron has now warned that the EU can retaliate, using its most powerful trade weapon, often referred to as the trade bazooka.
Europe has very strong tools now, and we have to use them when we are not respected, and when the rules of the game are not respected, by the way. The anti-coercion mechanism is a powerful instrument, and we should not hesitate to deploy it in today's tough environment. We must also advance the principle of European preference. There is a North American preference, in your markets. There is no European preference today. We are progressively creating it.
However, US's Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has dismissed Europe's reaction, calling it anger and bitterness.
The president obviously believes that national security is economic security is national security, and we're not putting a 10% tariff on Greenland. We're putting a 10% tariff on the 8 countries that chose to send troops to Greenland. I mean, for those countries to activate their troops, I'm not sure what signal that's supposed to send. It seems pretty quixotic to me. President Trump has made it clear that we will not outsource our national security or our hemispheric security to any other countries. Our partner, the UK, is letting us down with the base on Diego Garcia, which we had shared together for many, many years, and they want to turn it over to Mauritius. So President Trump is serious here. Just as I said, after Liberation Day last year, I would tell everyone, take a deep breath. Do not have this reflexive anger that we've seen and the bitterness. Why don't they sit down, wait for President Trump to get here and listen to his argument? Because I think they're going to be persuaded.
As leaders gather in Davos, the focus has now shifted from economic cooperation to confrontation.
And finally, viewers, in a recent showcase of the Indian military firepower, Republic TV brings you this special shoot just ahead of Republic Day celebrations, which showcase India's growing military strength, from tanks and artillery like the T-90 Bhishma, Arjun and K-9 Vajra, to advanced systems like the Nag, like the BrahMos and the Akash missile. We also spoke to officers behind these weapons to understand what it takes for our forces to operate them, which gave us a clear glimpse into India's operational readiness and the power of Atmanirbharta.
Now this vehicle is of
Take a look.
मीडियम मशीन गन, एंटी टैंक गाइडेड मिसाइल एवं ड्रोन से सुसज्जित है, जो दुश्मन की जानकारी देने के साथ साथ दुश्मन के बंकरों एवं उसके तोपखानों को नष्ट करने की क्षमता रखता है।
अटल लोहे का वक्ष स्टील का संकल्प बना, युद्ध काल हो या सीमाओं का मैदान, हर शत्रु को भस्म करे, यह है भीष्म टैंक महान।
और अब मंच की तरफ अग्रसर ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में पेश का नाम है दुनिया के शिखर पर रोशन करने वाले 3 ऐसे योद्धा जिन्हें वीर चक्र से
जिसकी स्थापना 1953।
All right, viewers, that's all that we had for you in this edition of 6 Stories at 6. But do stay on with us, because from 6:30, it's Republic TV special coverage as we build up to that address by the US President at Davos. Thanks for watching.